Well, just 32 days remain before Election Day, but a ballot measure in St. Paul could change the timing of future elections. Voters could move city elections from odd numbered years to even years, coinciding with presidential elections. John Croman joins us now with more about the proposed changeup. Hi, John.
Hey, Ken, supporters say this is about turnout, taking advantage of the larger turnout in presidential years, which they argue would require candidates to appeal to a broader segment of the capital city's population. St. Paul voters go to the polls to pick their city leaders in odd-numbered years. But in this even-numbered 2024 election, they'll see this question on their city ballot, asking to change all of that.
So the idea is allow more people to vote in our city races by having them at the same time most people are at the polls.
Peter Butler is spearheading the ballot question, which would not just move St. Paul city elections from odd years to even years, but hold them in presidential election years. And the mayoral elections that are now staggered on the calendar, set off by 2 years from the council races, would all coincide starting in 2028.
Another thing is save money. It costs about $1 million to run an election, so we're just paying money for an election that a lot of people are not showing up.
In the most recent presidential election, St. Paul voter turnout was 152,000 voters compared to 48,000 in the most recent city election. Butler asserts that candidates running in presidential years would have to appeal to a broader range of voters and focus more on core issues.
I think they would appeal to the issues that most people care about, which, crime and neighborhoods and streets and things like that. Right now, we're getting candidates who are talking about equity, reparations, climate change.
These are bread and butter issues. Rent stabilization is about your fundamental ability to not be priced out of your home. That is a every single month issue, every single day of the week issue for our residents.
City Council President Mitra Jalali opposes the idea of moving city elections, worried that important local issues will be lost in the shuffle of a presidential race.
I can't imagine being able to campaign to voters and getting them to understand the complexity of how much local government matters for your life if they're also captivated by national issues that also rightfully deserve attention.
The other issue is that St. Paul uses ranked choice voting with reallocation of second and third choices done by hand. The stacks of paper in that ballot sorting process would be higher. And the question remains if law allows a ranked choice race to appear on the same ballot as a traditional race.
We'll probably have to go to 2 pages, have a separate municipal ballot, as we do today. The city charter of St. Paul allows a 2-page ballot.
State law currently does not contemplate ranked choice voting in even year elections. So the ballots that get printed are prescribed by that law and those statutes.
We checked with the Secretary of State's office, and they agree with Council President Jalali's reading of state law, which pertains to how ballots must be formatted in those even-numbered years. Now, if this passes, City Council members already serving a 4-year term would get an extra year added, which is allowed by law. So instead of running for re-election in 2027, they'd run in 2028. The mayor's election would happen on schedule in 2025, but he or she would serve just a 3-year term to sync up with that 2028.